There is a persistent echo inside of you, a quiet, constant hum that tells you something is wrong, that you are wrong. It is the feeling of being incomplete, imperfect, perhaps even broken. You look at your life, at your relationships, at your accomplishments, and you look at yourself in the mirror, and the verdict is always the same: not enough. You are not enough. And so you have spent your life trying to fix this. You have tried to add things to yourself: more knowledge, more success, more discipline, more acceptance. You have read the books, you have done the work, you have tried to become better. You have tried to repair the part of you that feels flawed. But the feeling does not leave. It remains. That quiet, aching sense of inadequacy, that deep, unshakable belief that you are still somehow in need of fixing. This feeling has been your unwanted companion, your shadow. You believe it is your greatest weakness. You believe it is the one thing holding you back from true peace. But what if this feeling is not a weakness? What if it is not a sign of failure? What if that feeling of not enough is not a problem to be solved, but a signal to be heard? What if it is the most honest, most powerful, and most sane part of you? What if it is your signal to leave? Look at the world around you. Look at the crowd. They seem so sure of themselves. They are very busy. They are very loud. They are busy performing. They are polishing their masks, hoping you will admire the shine. They are rearranging their opinions, hoping you will agree with them. They are validating each other in a great, echoing hall of mirrors, desperate to see a reflection that tells them they are good, right, and successful. The sleeping world is a world of constant noise. They complain, but they never truly desire change. They gossip, but they never truly reflect. They judge, but they never truly see. Their lives are built on a frantic chase for things that do not matter. They chase validation from people they do not respect. They chase ambitions that were given to them by a system they do not understand. They fill the silence with endless chatter, because in the silence they might hear that same echo that you hear, and it terrifies them. They are terrified of feeling not enough, and so they double down. They play the game harder, they shout louder, they run faster. They build their identities on the fragile foundation of more. This is the world that told you how to be. This is the world that gave you the blueprint for a fixed and worthy person. And you, in your deepest self, have known all along. It is not enough. This is why you feel the pain. You are the one who has begun to wake up. You are the one who has seen the performance and can no longer unsee it. You are the one who looks at the prizes the world offers and feels nothing. This is the beginning of your separation. This is the birth of the awakened archetype. It does not happen with a thunderclap. It happens with a quiet withdrawal. You find yourself retreating. The conversations that once seemed important, the drama, the victories, the defeats, they now sound like static. The ambitions that once drove you now seem like a children's game, played with far too much seriousness. You have grown quiet. You no longer feel the need to argue. You no longer feel the need to prove you are right. You no longer feel the need to defend your choices, your silence, or your path. You have stopped seeking recognition from those who are still deep in the performance. Their applause and their judgment have become the same thing, just noise. This withdrawal is not an act of arrogance. It is not an act of superiority. It is an act of profound sanity. You have simply stopped playing. You have stopped trying to win a game you never agreed to. You have stopped trying to fix yourself to fit into a world that is itself profoundly broken. You have stopped trying to be a better version of someone you are not. That feeling of not enough was never a judgment on you. It was a judgment from you. It was your authentic self, your original perfect consciousness, looking at the masks, the games, and the illusions, and saying, "This is not enough." It was not you who was inadequate. It was the world you were trying to fit into. The feeling of not enough was never a curse. It was your compass. It was the needle pointing you away from the noise, away from the crowd, and toward your own truth. You are not broken. You are simply no longer participating. You are no longer available for illusion. And this awakening is precisely why the sleeping world must label you. They must find a name for you. When they see you quiet, when they sense your withdrawal, it feels like a judgment. And so, the sleeping world, the crowd, must give you a label. They will say you are broken. They will say you are too sensitive. They will say you are lost, depressed, anxious, or flawed. They must, you see. They must pathologize you. Understand this. This labeling is not a diagnosis. It is a defense mechanism. When a lower level of consciousness attempts to judge a higher one, it cannot comprehend what it sees. It can only resort to misdiagnosis, your depth, your authenticity, your refusal to play the game. This is an unintentional threat. It is a mirror held up to their comfortable illusions. When they see you are no longer chasing what they chase, it frightens them. It implies that their own chase is meaningless. When they see you are quiet, it reminds them that their own noise is a distraction. When they see your sadness, your ache, your feeling of not enough, they are terrified, because it is the very feeling they are running from. And so, to protect their own shallowness, to defend the fragile walls of their own performance, they must find a way to discredit you. They must make you the problem. If you are broken, then they can remain whole. If you are too sensitive, then they can remain strong, which is really just numb. If you are lost, then they can remain on the right path, which is just the path everyone else is on. The labels they put on you are not the truth about you. They are a confession of their own limits. They are an admission of their own fear. That feeling of being broken is not a fact. It is a piece of propaganda, sold to you by a world that needs you to feel small so that it can feel big. When you realize this, the entire frame shatters. You are free to see what has always been true. You are free to understand the real nature of your feeling. This realization leads us to a profound clarity. It leads us to what we will call the three great truths of an authentic soul. 1. That feeling is not a flaw, it is a function. You believe you are broken because you feel this persistent ache of not enough. But this feeling is not a sign of a broken mechanism. It is the sign of a working one. It is the sound of a perfectly healthy, authentic soul living in a world of illusion and rejecting it. A sick soul would feel perfectly at home here. A numb soul would feel nothing at all. But your soul is alive, it is healthy, and it is starving. That feeling of not enough is not you looking at yourself and finding yourself lacking. It is your original perfect consciousness, looking at the superficial world, the masks, the games, and the illusions, and stating the simple, obvious truth. This is not enough. It is not a flaw. It is a function of your perception. It is your sanity, not your sickness. 2. Your sensitivity is not weakness. It is your consciousness. The world calls you too sensitive. They say this as an accusation, but this sensitivity is not a pathology. It is the very instrument of your awareness. It is the high-fidelity antenna that allows you to perceive what others ignore. It is this sensitivity that allows you to feel the profound dissonance between the way the world is and the way it pretends to be. It is what allows you to hear the lie beneath the confident words. It is what allows you to see the fear behind the performance. The sleeping world survives by numbing this antenna. They turn down the volume of their own consciousness until all they can hear is the loud, simple noise of the crowd. You have refused to go numb. You feel everything. You feel the pain, the hypocrisy, the beauty, and the sadness. This is not a weakness. This is the price of being awake. This sensitivity is your wisdom. It is your unerring guide, the compass that makes you recoil from falsehood and illusion. 3. You are not broken. You are original. A broken thing is something that has deviated from its original perfect state. But you have not. In fact, you are in the very process of resisting the one thing that breaks everyone else. Society is a machine designed to break the original self. It is designed to sand down your unique edges, to file away your inconvenient truths, and to make you a smooth, predictable, and manageable part of the social engine. The world wants to break you. It wants you to forget your originality and accept its programming, your feeling of inadequacy, your flaws, your imperfections. These are not signs that you are broken. These are the parts of you that have refused to be broken. This is your originality, fighting for its life. This is your true self, intact, refusing to be sanded down. That ache is the sound of your original perfection, reminding you that it is still there, waiting for you to come home. It is not a flaw to be fixed. It is your most sacred, uncompromised truth. This is the truth, and it is a liberating truth, but it is also a costly one. To accept this, to truly live by this new diagnosis, this originality, is to accept a path of profound, undeniable loneliness. The sleeping world survives on shared illusions. Their warmth comes from shared agreements, from not looking too closely, and from participating in the same performance. Their comfort is the comfort of the herd. To be awake, to be original, is to step out of the herd, and you will not be understood. You must, from this moment, let go of the hope of being understood by them. You must release the deep, aching desire to be validated by those who are still performing. They cannot see you. They can only see the role you are supposed to be playing. When you stop trying to fix yourself, you will by default begin to disappoint them. You will disappoint their expectations. You will fail to play the part they assigned to you. Your refusal to be broken will be seen as a refusal to try. Your peace will be seen as detachment. Your silence will be seen as arrogance. Your loyalty to your own truth will be seen as a betrayal of them. Let them be wrong about you. They will continue to see your authenticity as an illness. They will continue to offer you cures for your sensitivity. They will try to pull you back into the game, to repair your flaws, to make you normal again. Your path is no longer to seek their understanding. Your path is to cultivate your own. This is the cost of the reframe. You trade the comfortable illusion of belonging for the stark, beautiful, and demanding reality of your own soul. You will be lonely, but you will no longer be false. You will feel the ache of separation, but you will be free from the agony of self-betrayal. This is the great exchange. This is the price of your integrity, and so you must now give yourself the permission that they will never, ever grant you. You have permission to stop. Just stop. Stop trying to fix yourself. Stop the endless, exhausting project of self-improvement. Stop searching for the one missing piece, the one secret, the one new technique that will finally make you enough. You were never broken. You were always enough. You were just trying to be enough for the wrong world. You have permission to be quiet. You do not have to explain your silence. You do not have to fill the air with noise to make others comfortable. Your silence is a sanctuary, not an absence. You have permission to walk away, to leave the conversations that feel like static, to leave the rooms where your originality cannot breathe, to leave the jobs, the systems, and the people who demand you be smaller so that they can feel big. You have permission to disappoint them. This is the great liberation. You are allowed to disappoint everyone, except your own deepest self. Their disapproval is not a verdict. It is simply the sound of you getting closer to your own truth. It is the friction of your originality moving against the grain of the performance. And most of all, you have permission to trust that feeling, that persistent, nagging, aching feeling of not enough. Trust it completely. It is your guide. It is your unfailing compass. When it rises up in a job, in a relationship, in a room, listen. It is not telling you to fix yourself. It is telling you to leave. It is your signal. It is the clear, unwavering voice of your originality saying, "This is not home. This is not for us. This is not the truth. Your life is not a problem to be solved. It is not an illness to be cured. It is a profound and original truth that is demanding to be lived, and you are the only one who can live it. Stop trying to find your worth in their applause. Stop trying to find your wholeness in their systems. You are not a broken piece of a larger machine. You are the entire universe expressing itself in a single, original form. That is your journey. If this path of returning to your own truth resonates with you, I invite you to subscribe and turn on notifications so that we may continue to walk together in deeper understanding. So, be still. Listen. Listen past the noise of the sleeping world. Listen past the frantic voices that tell you to be better, to try harder, to fit in, to fix what was never broken. Listen deeper. Beneath all of it, you will hear that old familiar feeling, that quiet ache, that sacred constant sense of not enough. Only now will you hear it for what it truly is. It is not a judgment. It is not a curse. It is not a sign of your inadequacy. It is the voice of your original self. It is your wisdom. It is your compass. It is your signal. whispering the only truth that has ever mattered. Leave. Come home.